Hey guys, Rich with Rich Rebuilds here, and first and foremost, I wanted to thank everyone for helping get this channel to over 400,000 subscribers. Thanks to everyone that has liked, shared, and commented on the videos. Thank you to my patrons and for all of your patience over the last year and a half with the video release schedules. Because as you may or may not know, I'm one of the few channels of this size that doesn't do this full time. Yes, everything that's been done on the channel so far has been done in my spare time on weekends and on weekdays between the hours of 9 p.m. and 4 a.m. While during the day I work full time while trying to manage family along with working on the shop. Second of all, thank you everyone for bearing with me in my slow response to my emails and text messages. I get hundreds of new emails in my inbox every week. I try to keep up as best as I can, but sometimes they fall in between the cracks. So thank you for your understanding, and if you need immediate medical attention, please dial 911. Welcome to the final chapter of my Tesla Model X buying saga. If you haven't seen the prior 3 episodes, take a look at this Model X playlist. The first episode covered me purchasing a Tesla Model X in October 2018, and all of the crazy stuff that happened after that. From the emails that were exchanged to delivery dates being missed, and for the most part, me being pretty frustrated with Tesla and the overall used car buying process. The second episode was more of the same. I was offered a loaner for my troubles, and unfortunately when I showed up at Tesla with my mom, they said there was no loaner available, and then my mom said this.
He trying to send people into space and he can't put you in a car? What kind of businessman is he?
The third episode was a deeper look into how Tesla sells their used cars to the public, from the time an owner trades in their car to Tesla, to how the auction houses get involved and the issues faced when Tesla sells the car back to their new owners. I also brought up the grievances that other Tesla owners have had with their used car buying processes as well. Seeing as that Tesla switched their buying program from certified pre-owned to just selling, well, used cars with toenail clippings in their seat tracks. Now, at the end of that episode, I stated that the higher-up at Tesla told me my car would be ready on Thursday, and I was beyond thrilled. Now, I was a little more excited than usual because I was going to pick up my free Model X. That's right, everyone, my free Model X. With all the trouble they put me through and the combined 2 million views over the last 3 videos I posted about my experiences so far, I rolled my sleeves up to get my free car. I even got a phone call from the showroom that said, "Come pick up your car on Thursday, but you're bringing that check, right?" Wait, what? Oh, that's right. I imagined this whole thing. I forgot that Tesla only gives away free cars to those that help sell their products, not expose shortcomings. And speaking of that, Tesla gave away 80 Tesla Roadsters at an average of $200,000 a pop, totaling approximately $16 million, and then laid off 7% of its full-time staff. When I remembered that, I felt bad knowing that there's likely one person that I talked to over the last 2.5 months that is no longer employed. So no free car, and I'm okay with that. I know they're having cash flow issues, especially after giving away $16 million in cars, so I put a little extra in the envelope to help them out a little bit. I got an email the day before saying that they'd be sending a car to pick me up from the location of my choice. So I gave them the address. They sent a car to pick me up exactly on time. I got in the car and resisted the urge to say, "Don't say it, don't say it." "So, how long have you been driving for Lyft?" Damn it! Then he informed me that I was in an Uber. I felt stupid and pulled up to Tesla, which is mysteriously located next to a Hooters. If you aren't familiar with Hooters, it's a restaurant where scantily clad primarily young women whose revealing outfits are supposed to add to your overall dining experience. So we pulled up to Tesla. He looks in his rearview mirror and says, "Hey, you look familiar." I hopped out of the car, closed the door because it's never a good sign, and the higher up at Tesla was waiting outside for me. I got out of the car, shook his hand, and he said to me, "Pleasure to meet you." I went inside the Tesla showroom, and then back in the service area, there was this beautiful Model X waiting for me. I took a quick walk around, and the car was brand new. I couldn't find a single imperfection on it. It looked like it just rolled off the showroom floor. They went over the paperwork, I signed my life away, and they put on their rear plates in the car. They asked if I wanted the front plate. I replied with absolutely not, because no Model X owner should have a front plate on their car. But honestly, the whole process was the easiest part of this 2.5-month ordeal. It only took 30 minutes. Then he asked if I wanted a quick tour of how the car worked. I said, sure. He said, "This is the door. It goes up like this. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to let us know." Ow, you're hurting my hand. As I was leaving the showroom, I explained to him that the video series was not against him personally, but it was to bring attention to an area of customer service that Tesla desperately needs help with. And I was doing my best to give the people that have gone through these issues for months a voice when they originally didn't have one before. He nodded and thanked me for bringing these issues to attention, and at the end of the video, you're actually going to meet one of the people that started this whole ordeal. Now, after I left, I immediately drove to see a very special person in my life, my mother. Here was her reaction to the car. So what do you think? Not bad, huh?
Oh my God, it's worth the wait, Richie.
I think so too. I think so too.
So gorgeous. Oh my God. What about these tires? Are not cheap.
No, they're not.
How long they last?
Probably, I don't know, another 3 weeks or so. I get new tires again.
Oh my God, it's beautiful, Richie. It's beautiful. Jesus, my car like it should be the chunky. Oh my! Let me see the front. You just press it like that, and
you push this one right here.
Yeah. Oh, Elon Musk. Oh, mulch.
That's the Elon mulch right there. You see the air freshener?
Yeah.
The kids are gonna destroy this car in minutes.
I kind of changed my mind about Elon Musk. He's not that. It was worth the wait.
I think so too.
God, it's wonderful.
I think so too.
I just love it.
My mom and I hung out for a bit, but I couldn't stay long because I had to make a couple more stops. The first one was to see my buddy Lee and Chris, my partners in crime, so they could check out this rolling laptop on wheels, along with some of its unique features. Lee, what do you think?
I like it.
Not bad.
I like it. They actually pulled through for you. 3 months later?
Yeah, almost 3 months. Let's see, Chris is gonna fix it. Chris also stepped in to repair some things that Tesla must have missed with a Sharpie. Chris, the man with the plan. Nice job. The
plan.
Sharpie.
The plan.
The four-armed bandit. Hey, did you actually make those? Did you actually make those shirts?
Absolutely.
Oh, you did?
I think you got all those tattoos.
Oh, that looks awesome. Chris, you're also making a lot of smudge on the...
It's because I'm hot. I'm hot.
Look at him steam.
I know, look at that steam, dude.
Steaming hot.
How cold is this in here? Then came the shenanigans where I could see if I could fit in the rear footwell. Chris says you could fit a body in the back, but I don't think that's accurate.
Can we close the cover or no?
Probably. No.
There's no way you could fit a body in here.
You'd have to cut it.
Small, like...
You'd have to cut it in half. Live bodies are totally different.
Hey,
though.
Lee.
Yeah.
Come next to me. Chris and I,
big spoon, little spoon.
Chris and I having a debate.
You're not in you have to be in the fetal position. Like,
there
now
we go.
tuck it in a little tighter. See, you guys you're not tucking in like you're dead. Think about being dead and how much I could pack you in there.
All right, let's keep a leg out.
Chris, get on top of us.
I'm coming. I'm coming in.
This really has no point whatsoever. Chris likes it though. Chris has a free.
I love it.
Chris is...
It's my favorite feature. Yeah, I thought black people were supposed to have rhythm.
Oh, you bastard. All right, so it's... I thought this was the dumbest thing in the world, but here I am. After this, I spent some one-on-one time with the car to get acclimated. Then I realized that these cars do not like freezing cold. Thank you, Tesla, for making something that doesn't have any physical door handles, so when it gets cold, this happens. That's right, you can't get in, so you have to turn the heat on for 30 to 45 minutes to heat the glass, and then spray ice melter on the door crack so you can get in. I learned this the hard way while I needed to go to the store, so I just gave up and took the one wheel instead. The next couple of days I spent with my daughter to make sure that she had good content for her Snapchat stories, as well as doing all the ignorant things that people with automatic opening and closing doors do. Don't touch my doors, please!
New car seat. Oh,
Oh, thank
that was
you.
a close one. Bye, Dad.
See ya. Bye. Don't touch my doors, please. Goodbye.
We'll never do that. Up the door. Hey!
So the next day was a pretty important day. I was going to visit my buddy Guz. Now, Guz was one of the main influences behind this video series because he was one of the first people that brought to my attention the issues that he was having. So because I knew I got my X before he was able to drive his, I didn't want him to feel bad, so I brought my Z06 instead of the X. Now, it's been a while since I've started it, and I gotta say, I don't miss starting a cammed car in the winter. So my son and I easily make the 1 hour trip in my Z06. He's a co-pilot / navigator, and we finally get to Guz's, and I see the most expensive paperweight I've ever seen in my life. Here's Guz's story.
No, who cares, Guz? You're fine. He looks sexy. You knew I was coming, Guz, damn it.
No title. 3 months, 6 days, still no title.
How did it get here in the first place? That's the biggest thing.
So go back to October 13th.
Right?
Buddy and I fly down to New York,
Okay.
go to Mount Kisco.
So you got the car at Tesla.
From Tesla,
Yep. Used?
used.
Yep.
You know, their CPO program, whatever they call it. I call
No,
up-
it's not CPO.
Right, whatever,
no.
whatever it is that
You
they
blew
call
it. Uh-huh.
So I call Boston. The phone call gets transferred to wherever.
Yep.
They find my car's in New York. No one there answers the phone. Some guy in Florida
Yep.
talks to me. He's the one that sold it to me. A bunch of days later, we arrange to go pick it up. I show up there on Saturday.
Yep. And what was that process like? Did they have it in the showroom waiting for you, nice and sexy?
That's what I expected.
Uh-huh.
I was looking for red carpet. There's no red carpet anywhere. We go to the dealership. They're like, we got to bring you somewhere else to get it.
Yeah.
They bring us there in a blue X, I remember. They get to the parking lot. There's a row of used cars. You can tell they're trade-ins.
Yeah.
There's no Teslas around. We get out, and the guy drives away.
Are you
We're
serious?
We're in a parking lot by ourselves. I swear to you, we're looking at each other like thinking,
Is this a joke?
What's going on here? What's going
Yeah,
on?
for this car.
What's around for this car?
And you drove this
car
one?
wasn't there.
Oh, it wasn't there?
No, there wasn't a Tesla anywhere in the parking lot. And it's a big parking lot. It
Yeah.
was like a mall parking lot, but it wasn't a mall.
Yeah.
8 minutes later, someone shows up. Hey, what are you guys here for? Picking up this.
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 Yeah. And this
Someone-
wasn't cheap. You know how much these go for. But yeah, go on.
Like 3, 4, 5 minutes later, the car drives out. And then the guy walks away.
Are you serious?
And I'm dead serious. It was the freaking weirdest thing in the world.
Really?
We're laughing. I've got pictures of me and my buddy in the parking lot like,
Just
if
like-
we get killed, we've got evidence here. It's on the cloud that we were here and now we're dead.
That's funny. So you drive the car home, right? And because you had temp tags, right?
Temp tags.
Because of your state. Okay,
Right.
the temp tags. And then what happens next?
30 days comes up because they run out after 30 days.
Right.
30 days up, I'm like, hey, you guys gonna send me a title? I gotta register this thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh, yeah. And similar to your thing, I talked to this guy, I talked to that girl, I talked to him, I talked to someone in New York, I talked to someone in Las Vegas. Most of them are pretty nice. Every once in a while, I get someone that's kind of rude to me, like, you want your title?
Yeah, yes, please.
Yes, please. Like, giving me attitude, like, I'm just asking for my title. No,
Right, yeah, I'm not asking
I'm not
much
being
here.
an ass, just give me my title.
Right.
And now we're 3 months later, after talking to like probably 6 different people, still no title.
So now your temp has expired and you can't drive it.
Correct.
Wow. And well, it's it's nice to look at though.
Awesome.
It's really nice
paperweight.
to look at.
That piece of paper will never leave.
This thing's not going anywhere.
Guz and I had a great time shooting the breeze about his paperweight of a Model X and also checking out a lot of the quality control issues for the car that he purchased with only 3,000 miles on it. He's the one that really prompted me to make a video on this issue, and since then, a lot of others have come forward about the problem as well. But either way, I'm proud to say that this Model X saga is officially over. The entire purpose of this series, again, was to bring to light an issue that many people were having that no one really had a voice for. A few days after I took delivery of the Model X, I got an email from the same higher-up stating the following. We've instituted a number of updates to our program and put additional process improvements in place since the time of your order to address previous shortfalls in our process. And we appreciate you for the time that you put into helping make that happen. You know what? I feel like my job is done here. Now, a lot of you are wondering, hey, wait a second, this channel name is called Rich Rebuilds, but I haven't seen him rebuild anything in a while. Well, that's going to change next week. Stay tuned for a big project that I have coming up. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe for next week's big project review video, and I will see you all soon.